What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and just when I thought maybe this beef would end and they could make some great music together or do something great together, nope, that doesn't happen. Rick Ross decides to be petty, and here we go again. But before we get into that, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. A link is in the description below. If you're a hip-hop fan, you know that 50 Cent and Rick Ross do not like each other. They've been beefing since 2009, and honestly, this year, despite all the bad things that have been happening this year, I was expecting the beef between them two to end because of the recent events until now. And what happened recently was that in July of 2020, last month, basically, 50 Cent did a promo run for Pop Smoke's album. He decided to do a couple interviews to promote the album, to talk about Pop Smoke, so on and so forth. He ended up doing an interview on Billboard, and when he did that interview, the interviewer asked, hey, Rick Ross liked your verse on Hate It or Love It. He recorded a video reacting to it. Would you ever end the beef between, you and Rick Ross? And then 50 said, you know what? I would actually use his BMF song in my BMF series. I really like that track. Basically extending his arm out to Rick Ross and saying, hey, maybe we can do some business together. Maybe we can end this feud. Now, before I go further into the story, I want to clarify that I believe Rick Ross was actually making fun of 50 Cent's verse on Hate It or Love It. If you watch the video, you'll see he's like laughing like a troll laugh to the verse, about 50 rapping about his mom kissing another woman, his bike getting stolen. That classic verse from Hate It or Love It. I feel like Rick Ross was just trolling him, though. He didn't really like the verse. He was just, clowning the fact that 50 was rapping about those things. At least that's the way I interpreted it. The Billboard interview guy, the way he worded it was that Rick Ross is really becoming, a fan of 50's music, or at least was appreciating his music a lot. And then the way he explained it to 50, 50 said he never saw the video. So to him, it seemed like, Rick Ross really liked this song and showed love. But when you actually watch the video, it doesn't seem like that at all. You guys can watch it here and judge for yourselves.
I like how that nigga said his mama was kissing a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Take him back.
Yeah, that shit was hard. That nigga mama was a bulldog.
Coming up over.
If you, my mama kissing a girl, you gotta back that up. That shit was hard right there. Hey, that was that nigga best verse. I ain't gonna lie. That night, niggas stole my bike. hey, chain on that nigga. Hey, nigga. I'm in the damn show with a stole your bike in Kansas City.
No, I the song that he did that was dope was I Think I'm Big Meech.
BMF. I think I'm Big Meech. Harry Hoover. Yeah.
At some point, that has to play in the BMF series.
So after 50 extended his arm, and basically, from my point of view, it seems like 50's trying to end the beef with Rick Ross. That doesn't happen. Rick Ross decides to be more petty and decides to do more things, and just today he's done even more. So earlier in August, the same guy that interviewed 50 on Billboard interviewed Rick Ross. So of course he brought up 50 saying that he would love to use Rick Ross's BMF track for his BMF series, and then Rick Ross responded in a very, very petty way, and this just ended everything in terms of trying to end this beef. If Rick Ross would have responded in a more positive way, this could have probably been ended, and Rick Ross and 50 could have made tracks together. Who knows what could have happened, but Rick Ross had to be petty and say this.
He could go to Wingstop and take a picture with a 10-piece lemon pepper.
Oh, the lemon pepper.
And while you at it, tell him to take a picture with the black bottle and hold it up. And if he do that and post that, I'ma really consider clearing the BMF record for him.
And now today, reports came out that 50 Cent lost his lawsuit when it came to Rick Ross using his In the Club beat for his 2015 mixtape, which was Renzel Remixes. And he used it in the club beat, and 50, went to court, sued him for $2 million, and said, hey, he's using my track, that's trademark, that's copyright, this and that. He ended up losing that officially today. The news article came out on Billboard. Let's go over it. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has lost another fight in his ongoing legal battle against Rick Ross over the unauthorized sampling of his song In the Club after Roberts used the song in his 2015 Renzel Remixes mixtape Jackson sued him for $2 million, claiming trademark infringement and that his rights to privacy were violated. The song was released in 2003 on Jackson's chart-topping album, Give It Your Die Tryin'. Per court papers, he recorded in the club pursuant to an agreement to his then record label, Shady Records / Aftermath Records, that specified Jackson owns no copyright interest in the club. In addition, Jackson also granted to Shady Aftermath the perpetual and exclusive rights during the term of the recording agreement and a non-exclusive right thereafter to use Jackson's name and likeness for the purpose of trade or for advertising purposes in connection with the marketing and exploitation of phonograph records and covered videos, court papers state. In 2018, a lower court ruled in Roberts' favor, finding that since Jackson had signed away his rights to the song, as well as his right of the publicity to Shady Aftermath, for the term of the recording agreement, he could not pursue a case against Roberts for using the song. On Wednesday, the U.S. Appeals Court agreed in an 80-page opinion. The appeals court found that while Roberts did not obtain permission from Shady Aftermath or from Jackson to include his In the Club remix on the mixtape, or to include Jackson's name as a featured artist, that under Jackson's recording agreement, he had surrendered his rights to use the name, performance, and likeness associated with the master recording of In the Club in connection with the advertising and marketing. Because of that, the court ruled Jackson's right of publicity claim is preempted because he cannot assert a tort action based on the rights that he has contractually surrendered. In deciding to uphold that lower court decision, the appeals court ruled Roberts was presumably liable for copyright infringement to Shady Aftermath, but not to Jackson. The court also said that Jackson may have the right to either compel Shady Aftermath to sue Roberts for copyright infringement, seeking damages on which Jackson might have been entitled to a royalty, or to seek damages from Shady Aftermath for its failure to protect Jackson's rights to royalties by suing Roberts, but he did not have the right to go personally against Roberts. Basically, this is all saying is that 50 Cent does not own the complete rights to In the Club, that Shady Aftermath should have gotten involved in this lawsuit as well, so that, they, because they have more leverage in the record. Usually when you sign away your likeness, you own a certain percentage, and then the label usually ends up owning more of it. And that's what the case is with this. Like, Interscope right now could release a 50 Cent Greatest Hits album without 50's permission at all, because during the time of 2003 till I believe he left the label in 2013, most of the music that was released under that label is, has the rights, Shady Aftermath has the rights to them, and so on and so forth. They're basically saying that if 50 wants to sue him, he needs to get Shady Aftermath involved as well, and it can't just be him personally suing Rick Ross, because he'll lose. He doesn't own the full rights to the record. So after this came out, of course, Rick Ross went on his Instagram page and decided to clown 50 Cent. For that, he posted quite a few videos. Check them out.
Biggest. Hey, hold that thing up high like this. And I'm going to consider that for your little show, man. But you got to hold it up right there. I actually was just given a wonderful idea. For the other guy that want to use, or potentially want to use, my record BMF for his show. What I want you to do is spend a small change. The bottle now has to be a light up bottle. The bottle with the button at the bottom. So when you hold it up, I want it to glow. I want it to glow. The bottle may run you $10 more, but I'm sure you got that. But yeah, but everything else stay the same. Nothing changed. Just a glow bottle. So for everybody that's asking, is this a friendship? Far from. This is business. Two businessmen possibly conducting business. But I want you guys to be involved. I'm gonna let you guys have a poll. You pick the bottle, the rose bottle, the black bottle, or the gold bottle. This is a big opportunity for Curtis. This is the fastest growing champagne in the business. Spirits, Luke Belair, Ricky Rose, biggest.
Now, most people, when they see that 50 lost this lawsuit and that he lost the baby mama case and then he lost the SMS audio case, they'll assume that, 50 just took L's left and right, when really that's not the case. If you actually look into everything that happened, 50 Cent actually recouped a lot of his money back and is actually worth quite more, or at least around the same he was worth before the bankruptcy that he filed back in 2015. He just recently signed a deal with Stars for $150 million. If Effin' Vodka sold for $60 million, and I'm sure he has other deals with other companies. ABC, the 4 Life show that he has, is doing good. It got renewed for season 2. So 50's doing perfectly fine. This pre-assumption that 50, after bankruptcy fell off financially, and Rick Ross using that and saying, hey, I'm richer than 50, I got this more than 50, is obviously just trolling. To say that 50 is less now because of his beef with Rick Ross is ridiculous. 50's actually gotten a more platinum song, a more recent platinum song than Rick Ross has. And the funny thing is 50 was right. Back in 2017, he said, whenever Rick Ross needs attention, he goes after me. And if you look at his Instagram stories, right after him tagging 50, he has his song as a promotion right after that, which shows that Rick Ross always leans on 50 to try to get more attention for his music. Because let's be honest, when was the last time Rick Ross's music has actually impacted in hip-hop? He dropped Port of Miami 2, which was the follow-up album of his major debut album, and it didn't really do anything. No charting songs. The album came and went. So this is just another tactic for Rick Ross to try to get more people to talk about him, to try to get him on blogs. Like this video that I'm making right now is talking about him. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys think 50's taking an L with this? Do you guys think Rick Ross is doing this for attention, or is he just trolling? Would you guys want to see Rick Ross and 50 squash the beef? I feel like it was a perfect opportunity to do it then, but Rick Ross decided he didn't want to. I highly doubt 50 is going to respond to this because he just doesn't care anymore. Rick Ross isn't really doing anything for his career, so why entertain it? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. That's it for today's video. If you guys want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. For just $1 a month or more, you can help support this channel further. A link is in the description below. Like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. I do videos like this daily on hip-hop news and much more, so definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.